And he settled his countenance steadfastly until he was ashamed, and the man of God wept. 2 Kings 8:11. In this brief, almost curt verse, you glimpse the power and peril of a fixed imagination. He settled his countenance steadfastly means he entrenched himself in one mental posture, one fixed assumption, until its force turned inward as shame. The countenance is nothing other than the face of your own wonderful human imagination. Held long enough upon a limitation, a lack, or a fear, it presses you down until the soul rebels and the man of God within you weeps. This is the inevitable consequence when you fall asleep in a state. You turned your God-given power of assumption upon a thought that contracted you, and this contraction became your home. You remained there so long that shame arose as the body's protest, and even your higher self, the Christ within, wept at so rigid an imprisonment. But here lies the way out. As swiftly as you fixed your mind, you can unfix it. The same imagination that imprisoned you is the way to freedom. Assume the state you would feel if your countenance were joyous, triumphant, serene. Live in that assumption until it feels natural. Your friends, your own mental witnesses, will begin to see that new you, rejoice with that image, and so confirm your assumption. The man of God wept not in final judgment, but in mercy, pleading for you to awaken to the only creator, your own imagination. Fall no more into the limiting mask of shame. Rise now into the state of Christ, the pattern of your restored divine being. There is only one way out of every fallen state, and that is by assuming the higher state until it hardens into fact. Thus you return, ever expanded, into the divine unity you never truly left. He settled his countenance steadfastly, describes the willful fixation of one's mental gaze. To settle the countenance is to hold an assumption so long that it imprints the body, mind. That focus continues until he was ashamed, revealing how a sustained internal posture can evoke profound emotion. Shame here is not guilt about wrongdoing, but the recognition of a conflict between one's habitual self-image and a higher possibility. The man of God weeps when these two images collide in the presence of truth. This verse dramatizes the law of assumption. Fixing the countenance is equivalent to assuming a state as real in living color within. That assumption, held with emotional investment, ripens and pinpoints resistance, shame, which then must be released through acknowledgement and feeling. The tears of the prophet mark the alchemical moment when inner tension transmutes and prepares the way for a new reality to crystallize. Hidden here is your birthright, the power to change your outer world by changing your inner countenance. Your imagination, when given direction and held steadfastly, becomes the operative agent of creation. Shame pinpoints the block. Weeping signals surrender of the old self to the new. You are both the prophet and the man of God, who witnesses your own transformation. Begin by settling on a single situation you long to transform, letting that intention rest gently in your awareness. Then imagine yourself already living in the desired state, sensing how it shapes your face, aligns your posture, and warms your heart. Hold this inner picture with steady attention until an emotional response arises, perhaps shame, resistance, or a subtle release. When that feeling surfaces, allow it to flow through you completely. Acknowledge its presence, honor its story, and give yourself permission to grieve or let go as needed. After the emotion has cleared, return once more to the vivid vision of your new reality, renewing your conviction and continuing this cycle until your senses begin to align with the assumption you hold. In this simple yet profound practice, you discover the true bridge home. Maintain your chosen vision, welcome whatever inner conflict arises, let it flow, and then rest fully in the new assumption. By settling your countenance within, you awaken the divine power that shapes your outer world from the depths of your own consciousness.